Welcome to Phenomenal Feats, brought to you by the official Speedrun Hall of Fame. Moment number 4. TGH and Glan showdown for over an hour in a nail-biter race at SGDQ 2022. Grezzo was tasked with transferring the classic Game Boy title, The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, to the Nintendo Switch in 2019. And did they ever accomplish this task? Link's Awakening on the Switch is a lovely game, with a beautiful art style, haunting music, and lovable characters in very memorable settings. This port was met with critical acclaim, and that isn't just from casual players. Speedrunners from around the globe immediately began tackling the new Zelda game, finding all sorts of glitches and skips like Hinox Warp, Bookshot Rocket, Villa Skip, and more. Over time, this game was becoming faster and faster. TGH, the first runner to record a sub-hour in the Switch version of the game, was among the pioneers of this run, but Glan was no slouch and was perfectly matched with TGH going into their head-to-head showdown at SGDQ 2022.
I was obviously really nervous because TGH is really, really good, and even if he hadn't put in as much practice as me, he was still absolutely smashing my time, just within a couple of days of starting to practice again. So I was really nervous.
The race was insanely close. The two runners were practically step in step for the final hour of the race, including a significant portion where they were no more than 15 seconds apart.
I think after finishing D4, I was a little bit behind him, but then I got fairly lucky in egging him, and I heard the commentators kind of going wild. It wasn't until I rewatched the race I realized we were synced
for more than 30 minutes. In a game with this much parity, this was a remarkable sight to see. One of the greatest races of all time. Link's Awakening is simply not a game where you can have two racers this close, but they did it. And on the biggest stage there is. And what a stage it was. A jam-packed SGDQ crowd, the first crowd gathered after the pandemic, witnessed this phenomenal showdown, which Tej finally took the win in when a stroke of bad luck at the final boss cost Glan just enough time to give Tej the edge.
I still a little bit kicked myself because we were absolutely synced up right at the end, in the nightmare fight right after egging him. We got different RNGs. We were synced up. And then I completely choked on the Moldorm phase or something, so I was behind 40 seconds or something at the end, and I felt a little bad about that because it would have been an actual photo finish if I hadn't done that.
This race is absolutely a must-watch, and if you're a fan of Glan, TGH, or the Switch's Link's Awakening, you owe it to yourself to watch this epic showdown.